we're just going to go for a little bit of a walk at night with the ThruNites. I'm going to use the Ti3 first. This is it on high. It looks better than this to the eye than it does on the camera. There we go, zoomed out a bit more. That's it on high. Ti3 would be perfectly serviceable for walking along, you know, outside in the dark like this. The range isn't long enough to go all the way down the footpath, but it is high enough that, you know, you can easily see where you're going. So yeah, it's a very good torch for just everyday use, the Ti3. I mean, it is so compact. It's, as I said before, about the size of my thumb. What I'm going to do now is switch to the Archer 2AV3, and we're going to see how far that lights up considering how much stronger it is. So I'll switch to that now. Okay, so here's the Archer on low. As you can see about what the Ti3 is on high when you're outside for sort of illuminating a path. But we're going to switch this to medium now. You see that light's even further away. I can see a good probably 30-50 yards down that path. What we're going to do now is try high. And oh yeah, you can see why they say this works at 100 meters up there. I can see really far down there, which should be visible on the camera. But I'm not going to run it on high all that long. What I'm going to do is put it back onto low. We're going to walk for a bit and then try it in a few different places, you know, with different settings. So I'll just switch the camera off now until I get a bit further down the path. So you will notice here that as the foliage is thicker on both sides of the path, I need to up the brightness. So what I am going to do, when I find a switch with my thumb, there we go, is put it to medium. As you can see now, medium is perfect for walking in here, because we've got less sort of, you know, it's more enclosed, you've got even less light. The sort of foliage absorbs it, so you want it on low. Medium rather than low. But low is fine for normal walking with the Archer 2AV3. And if I go on to high again, yeah, you can see all the way down there. Back to low is fine again because we're away from the dense foliage. We'll just keep it on medium for now, because the battery lasts quite a while on medium and I can see more easily where I'm going to go. So when the environment changes again, I'll put the camera back on. So you have an open field here, so here you can see the torch on medium. Illuminates that pretty well. And you can see all the houses in the distance. So what I'm going to do is flick it onto high. And oh yeah, you can see all the way across that field. That's no problem whatsoever. See, it's insanely bright at the front. So if you had to walk across somewhere in the dark, you would have no problem with this torch. And ThruNite do even brighter torches than this, yeah. That spot on the ground down here is really bright. See, there's a bit more tree coverage here as well. I've already, I don't know if I've picked any of it up on the camera, but heard lots of birds flying away as the light comes down here. If you're using a much less powerful torch, this is quite a creepy place to walk if you're coming back from the city at night using this route, because you can startle things like foxes and owls that can make quite a screeching noise right off the footpath where you wouldn't see them with a dim flashlight, unlike this one. So I'd actually probably feel a lot safer walking down here at night with something like this, even though there's probably nothing that's going to get you here, especially because we've got the strobe mode. If I could get on, there we go. So yeah, if you had an attacker, you could do that and you'd be fine. Oh yeah, some weird noises off in the distance. Then field again over there on high, no problem whatsoever. See all the way across there. Just run it a bit more, then I'll head back soon. Just switch it down to medium as they advise, not to keep it on high for too long because of overheating. Because obviously this is a powerful flashlight, and as you'd expect, you've got a powerful LED in there and it's a small area, so that can overheat. Just coming up to the river here. Well, not really a river, little stream. So you can see down there alright as well. So yeah, I'm going to head back now, but we've worked out that the ThruNite Ti3 would be an absolutely fine torch if you were just cycle between those to show you how bright the torch is. The ThruNite Ti3 would be perfectly fine if you're just wanting to walk back from somewhere, you know, as your everyday carry torch. Even on the low setting, not firefly but the low, if you're pointing it down at your feet like that, that would be fine. Like on this one, if I was to go to low, again, that's perfectly serviceable. I can see where I'm going, you know, point it about that far ahead and I can at least see the path, but not much beyond it. Put it on medium, again, you know, I can now see the path and the surrounding bushes. Put it on high and I can see everything. That's really, really bright, so I shine it down there, look at that. And you can see the beam again coming off the torch, which is pretty impressive. I'll just show it you shining up at the sky. That's quite impressive, look, like a little torch. A bit like a laser pen. But yeah. But the Archer V2, sorry, Archer V3 even, 2AV3, seems to be very good at being, you know, an all-round carry torch. Like, while the Ti3 is an everyday carry torch, if you wanted a torch this would be good because you can change the setting for what you want. So obviously you've got a strobe mode for self-defense if you needed it, or signalling somebody, and you've got low for everyday household things where you don't need much length on the flashlight, medium for pretty much everything else, and high. So I mean, and of course you've got firefly at the back there, but the firefly, as you can see, you wouldn't really use it for walking, that's more just for looking at something close up. So say we're going to use this tree over here, I could do that and see the tree with a firefly, but low or medium I think is what you'd want outside for walking in the dark. There we go, back up to medium, and then obviously high is the see everything right in front of you mode. Nothing can hide from you with that on. So yeah, as I've already done my first impressions, I am very impressed with this Archer torch. So it only takes 2 AA batteries, and for that you do get a lot of light from it. And I will be doing a comparison video of some of my other torches because this is the brightest torch I have now. The 500 lumen outputs on the high is better than my big LED lantern with something like 32 LEDs in, because these crees on these are really good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the torch, and yeah, you can see really far down here if the camera would focus. If the camera will focus, which it's not going to, but take my word for it, I can see definitely what I think they advertise as 100 meters would be accurate with this. So I'll keep it on medium just for walking because it's more practical, but you do feel like you've got a lot of security with one of these torches, because as I was saying, nothing can really jump out on you if you were in a dodgy area and you had it on high, or even the medium like here. I can see a lot better than I could with a little pocket torch. But yeah, so as I said, the Ti3 would be very practical for just an everyday carry torch, and I do use it for that now. And you could see your way back home with one of those on a road like this, but the Archer is much better as an all-round torch, especially if you wanted something brighter. So yeah, I'll switch the camera off now and get home, and then you'll be seeing this video when I've posted it in a bit. See you later.